Hello everybody, it's Joey from the Chart Guys. I've been trading full-time for 7 years, learning under Dan, and a member of the Chart Guys for 6 of them, now a staff member at the Chart Guys. I'm here to talk about some Bitcoin. So as we've been saying for quite some time now, weekly 12 EMA is going to be the guide for bulls to remain healthy, and we've now got a nice bounce underway from the weekly 12 EMA. So due to the depth of the pullback, I would still anticipate a weekly lower high compared to 48,969. And the big question will be, can bulls bounce more than 50% of the previous pullback to create room, or not necessarily create room, but to decrease the odds that bears would be able to confirm a weekly downtrend? Because we know, bigger picture, not at all going to lose track that a 6-month lower high compared to all-time highs would not be shocking. If that's going to shape up, we've got to lose the weekly 12 EMA. So when we pull our fib from low to high, we're actually at the 0.5 retrace right now. So bulls like to see that. That decreases the odds that bears can confirm that downtrend on the weekly. But at this point, we still just have a V-shape off of the low on the daily. So if bulls want to see weekly bounce follow through, they're going to need to eventually see a daily uptrend confirmed. And if they can get a daily uptrend from here, that will further decrease the odds that bears can confirm a weekly downtrend. So the guide for the bounce the whole way since we broke this 4-hour EQ bullish has been the 4-hour uptrend, and that remains the case here. It's getting a little bit messy up at the top, so just going to kind of lean on the 4-hour 12 EMA. If we lose this low of 43,114, then I'd just say that's 4-hour consolidation continuation. Sorry, I don't know if you just saw the cat walk in front of the screen. He's probably going to want to go out here in a second. Might have to let him out. But to take a step back here, it was looking like bears were trying to take a shot at getting some daily consolidation underway. We had a head and shoulders, left shoulder, head, and right shoulder, but bulls defended support and then brought it back up to new highs. So at the end of the day, anything over 41,804 would be a 4-hour higher low on this consolidation, and if bulls hold the EMA, they remain perfectly healthy. So what the space likes to see that we've got going on here at this point is Bitcoin's kind of going sideways, and we're getting alts seeing some pop. So what that looks like on Bitcoin dominance is our daily consolidation underway here, and this is not because Bitcoin is dropping stronger than alts. It's because Bitcoin's just chilling and alts are going up more. So bulls like to see that. We'll keep an eye on that relationship and see how it continues to develop from here. But just keeping it simple, daily stair step, and then once that's broken, we'll watch retracement size off of this move. Say it breaks from here, bulls would want to hold the 0.5 retrace to keep odds favorable that they can confirm a daily uptrend. So let's zoom in, see if we have anything on the shorter time frames. I guess we got a nice little hourly tightening range here. Low or high, low, lower high, higher low, lower high, and higher low trying to form. And the direction this breaks will tell us, are we likely getting a 4-hour higher low set here and making 43,114 the key short-term support, or are we seeing deeper 4-hour consolidation? So that's what we're looking at on Bitcoin here. The big shift that we had today is ETH is finally playing some catch up. So we knew, like many coins, weekly 12 EMA is the guide. ETH, huge pullback off the top, but holding weekly 12 EMA. And now we've got a decent bounce underway here. And that is on the heels of ETHBTC trying to get some bounce underway. So we had a daily stair step off of the top, 4-hour 12 EMA resistance. And then you get over that and you see what starts to happen there. So ETHUSD, let's zoom into the daily. We do have a little daily uptrend. It's kind of janky with the outside bars here, but I'm just calling it lower high, higher low into higher high. And yeah, I'm going to let the cat out real quick before he starts getting fussy. Hold on. Yeah, let's get you out, baby. Have fun, be safe. So as far as ETH, there's still no weekly high or low set because we have to break the high of the previous weekly candle. So if that were to happen this week, which, it's only Tuesday, a lot of week left here, bulls would have to get through 2464. And as far as the short term, we've got a 4-hour uptrend, 4-hour 12 EMA acting as support. And as long as that's the case, the daily move will remain strong. If we lose that 4-hour uptrend, then we'll be looking down to 2233. Anything above that would be a daily high or low. And that is that. We're in an area with a lack of resistance. We are testing that little volume profile bit that we were watching on the way down. Let's go to the hourly for it. So it's just this little range here. It's been coming into play a lot. Bulls tried to hold it on the way down, fell down through, and now we're back up here battling this zone. So as far as resistances in an area where you don't really have a lot of price action resistance, volume profile can be kind of nice for that. So as far as ETHBTC, definitely a nice day here today, but not going to lose track that we're going to be looking for a daily lower high. And if we're going to see a weekly higher low shape up, which is the most likely scenario by a good margin here, bulls are going to need to bounce big enough on the daily to create room for a daily trend change. So that is the BTC and ETH scene. Let's take a look at LTC. Another one with kind of a lack of clarity on the shorter time frames. We know bigger picture, we had our daily EQ. That broke bear to get some weekly consolidation underway. And then it's one of those situations where you're shifting from a daily EQ to a potential weekly EQ. So bulls trying to get a weekly higher low set, but going to need a daily trend change. We lost the daily stair step. No follow through on that in the outside bar. Like when TA is crisp and clean, it's a lot easier to like diagnose what's going on. But when you have outside bars, that's almost always when there's like ambiguity and room for interpretation in terms of how someone's going to view something. So outside bars really do make it a bit more difficult for analysis here. But let's zoom into the 4-hour. Yeah, I mean, higher highs aren't getting follow through. You could maybe say a bit of a rising wedge. But it's certainly not pretty. Well, maybe it's not that ugly though. Yeah, it's kind of pretty. The uptrend support line is pretty good. So, and this resistance line, as we took it down a little bit, we can get our touches. So yeah, that's worth keeping an eye on. And if that were to break bear, that would be legit daily consolidation getting underway. Hold on just a second. I got to check these alerts. I'm in a NQ position. Nice. We are bouncing. It's been a bit of a battle here today. I'm trying ultimately to get a risk-free position for some of these earnings to see if we can get some pop. I tried off the 4-hour 12 EMA, stopped that out, and then I've kind of been trying around in here and trying to get something to stick. Let me see. I might need to take some partial profits. No, I'm just going to let it be. I've got a good entry this time around. We'll look to maybe do 15-minute 12 EMA. If we get up there, I'll just keep walking these alerts to keep tabs on it so I don't totally lose track. But yeah, LTC, watching that rising wedge, and we will see how that shapes on up. But really bigger picture, as long as we're like in this mishmash sideways, there's a lot better names to be trading. Some of these lower cap alts just have weekly 12 EMA riders and are going up nice and steady. So on that note, Sol, weekly 12 EMA was going to be the guide, and we got bulls springing right off of it. Weekly higher low is set, but like Bitcoin, it's still just straight off the low. So if bulls want to be confident and follow through, going to need a daily uptrend confirmed from here. And as far as clarity for the daily bounce, daily stair step all the way up, easy as you like it. 4-hour 12 EMA support all the way up, easy as you like it. So that's just the guy. If we lose 4-hour 12 EMA, that'll be the first sign that some daily consolidation is shaping on up, and then going to have tons of room for a daily higher low. And bulls want to hold these EMAs that are now crossing back bullish here. So that currently is about around 96 or something like that, but that'll walk up a little bit, maybe be around 98 if we were to consolidate tomorrow. So that's what we're looking at on Sol. And that's another one that, not going to be shocked when a 6-month lower high or if a 6-month lower high shapes on up, but that's still 150% away at this point. So another name we have been stalking here through these videos is Link. We know it was one of our weaker alts getting monthly consolidation underway, while many other alts did not. But then after we lost the weekly uptrend right into a bounce, we said, okay, this could be a monthly bull flag. If it's going to be a monthly bull flag, bulls need to regain a weekly uptrend. And we've got bulls trying to get a weekly higher low set here at 1350. So another alt that is just straight off the lows. So if bulls want to be confident in a weekly higher low being set, going to need a daily uptrend. Going to need the daily uptrend. And anything below 1661 would be a daily lower high on this bounce. But when you look around the space and you see other alts starting to blast through their daily resistances, like Sol, blasted through that, that kind of makes me less confident in daily lower highs. And in a name like Link, we've got weaker names out there where we can be looking for, at this point, weekly lower highs is what I'm watching for on them. So we'll just click through that list. Matic, it's got its weekly bounce underway, but tons of room for a weekly lower high. So you want to, if you're going to pick on something short, you want to pick on a weakling. It's just easier sledding for you. So AXS doesn't even have the weekly bounce underway. Tons of room for a weekly lower high. Uni, Trion, lots of room for a weekly lower high. Theta got its bounce underway. Lots of room for a weekly lower high. ETC's got that relative strength coming in along with Ethereum. Weekly higher low is set. And we do have a daily uptrend here. So daily uptrend is going to be that guide, but another one where a weekly lower high would not be shocking here. Anything over 2303 going to be a daily higher low, and got to see the daily trend weaken if that weekly lower high is going to shape on up. So AAVE, another one, tons of room for a weekly lower high. Atom, tons of room. GMT, tons of room. And you can see these weaklings don't even have their bounces underway. And when we look at like some of the stronger names, RNDR, weekly 12 EMA, going to be the guide. It took a while. We're basically for a month balancing at the lows, but bulls following through in a big way here, and just blue skies overhead at 535. Let me double check this one though. RNDR. Well, let's check Binance, make sure we don't have, okay, so we do have some other levels. It's not quite blue skies there. If we look at the USDT. So if bulls confirm the weekly bull flag, they'd have to see another pretty solid move to get to those all-time highs. TIA, weekly higher low set, and we have a daily uptrend as the guide for that. So anything over 1482 going to be a daily higher low. Got 4-hour 12 EMA rider, not super impulsive on the way up, but bulls are just grinding. Bulls are just grinding. Let me check in back on NQ real quick. Surely I ought to take a little profit now at this point. Yeah, give me a second. Give me a second here. Take off 30% of the position. I got to adjust my stop to make sure that's the right size. And I'll look to take some more off at the 15-minute 12 EMA if we get there, which at this point is a little bit further up. I've got the alert just set right on the 12 EMA, but I don't want to get distracted and forget about it while I'm doing this stream here. All right, so TIA, is that what we were talking about? Yeah, so 4-hour 12 EMA rider, just as nice as you like it. That would need to be lost to see some daily consolidation get underway. INJ, we're still kind of just in this balancing area here. So viewing it as just a sideways range, we did get the slight higher high without follow through. So with that, we do have to be mindful of the potential of like a 3-day head and shoulders here. But as long as we're within this range, the play is going to be long off the lows, short off the highs. It works until it doesn't. We've got daily consolidation underway and lots of room for a daily higher low compared to 3030. And if bulls want to get to the upper end of the range, they're going to need that daily uptrend confirming there. So SEI had what bulls like to see. This was a textbook rising wedge here. And I was looking for that yesterday. I can't trade SEI, but just, for sport and to, help people out in the room, I was looking for that rising wedge. looking for a 2-day lower high, and bulls busted it to the upside. And this is to talk about BTC ratios a bit. This was an instance where SEI BTC was giving us bearish divergence, which had me looking for that wedge. We can see the higher highs on SEI USD. These were all lower highs on the BTC parent, and we were just going sideways. So that is that bearish divergence there. But ultimately, with this breaking bull, that's what had SEI USDT break bull out of its wedge there. So let's see what we've got. Let's zoom out. We've got a weekly higher low set. We're still, no, we have a daily uptrend here. So daily uptrend is going to be the guide. Lots of room for a daily higher low compared to 59.23. And that is that. So OP, another one, weekly 12 EMA going to be the guide. And in these EMAs, it might seem like a cop-out because it's just an indicator, but I'm telling you, the 12 EMA hits on so many different time frames and gives you at least enough of a reaction to try to position off of it. So whether it holds or not, obviously we bust through it and move around it plenty of times, but typically when you test one of these EMAs for the first time, you'll get some type of reaction where you can say, okay, I'm going to take a daily stair step off the weekly 12 EMA, try to get risk-free, see if it can stick. So we've got a little daily uptrend here now, and I'd say we could very well see a weekly lower high here. We're still holding the 12 EMA, but at this point, you know, that was a 40% pullback. We would need 64% to get to new highs. So watching out for a weekly lower high there, but bigger picture, as long as bulls hold this 12 EMA, they are chilling. So let's see here. We got a request from Mr. Hall Wick in the chart, guys. Hold on, I got some NQ popping off here. I'm going to take off some more. I'm going to take off some more. I'm going to readjust my stop again. Nice. It's been a bit of a labor here today. I'll just pop over to NQ real quick. It's actually good timing because that's what Hall Wick was asking for. But yeah, it's been a bit of a labor here trying to get this position off the ground, and it's nice when it finally starts working. It's nice when it finally starts working. I might take off a little bit more here. I don't know. I mean, I'd anticipate a lower high. I am just going to take off some more. I'm not going to be greedy with it. Try to get filled here on a limit. There it goes. All right, so I'm now down to 20% of what I had. Let me make sure. I just don't want to jack this up, multitasking, double checking my orders. All right, so finally got that position where if we see, because we got big tech earnings today. We've got Microsoft and Google and AMD. Then Thursday, we've got Apple, Amazon, and Meta. So, and that is another thing, that the correlation with the broad market has not been really there that much for Bitcoin. But, you know, if we were to see all of these earnings just bog, then it wouldn't be shocking to see a little bit of something come into Bitcoin. But I don't know, we'll just, you know, just be aware of it. You don't have to fret about it big time or anything, because the Bitcoin techs are going to be what guides the way there. But Hall was wondering, you know, if we could touch on the broader market and the dollar. So we'll just do that very briefly here. And the bottom line is we are in blue skies on the S&P 500. Weekly uptrend is going to be the guide. Bigger picture, daily uptrend going to be the guide for the weekly move. And we've got a daily stair step, which I won't be shocked when it breaks, because we're on like candle, 9 now or something like that. If you zoom back, you're hard pressed to see that many consecutive daily candles. Got 6-hour 12 EMA as a guide along with that. So, you know, broad market bulls in absolute full control. NQ, same deal. We're up in blue skies. Weekly 12 EMA going to be the guide. Daily uptrend going to be the weekly 12 EMA going to be the bigger picture guide. Daily 12 EMA, or daily uptrend, excuse me, going to be the guide for the weekly move. So we do have some relative weakness here as the NQ-ES ratio kind of cools down. But yeah, we've got that. And then the dollar continues to hang out at the highs. we know we're watching out for a monthly higher low on the dollar, then we'll be looking for a monthly lower high compared to 107 and just letting the weekly stair step be the guide. If we reject from 104.26, I'll be looking for an inverse head and shoulders to get that monthly higher low set. So that's a little broad market check-in. Let's check back in on Bitcoin, see how that hourly EQ is doing. So still just nothing going on. Nothing going on here. So let's see what y'all are looking at. Revy, what up? I'm going to botch your name. Forgive me. John Zab. Thank you. I am doing well. I'm feeling healthy. And thank you for tuning in. What up, Ginger? What up, Downster? Hallwick? Yeah, just lots of what's up. Anybody looking at, and anybody want to look at some cones? Thanks for the love. Thank you for the hellos. Tahir, what up, Matt? Karan. That means a lot, man. I'm glad that you're jiving with my style. You know, a lot of people, you know, I thought they'd be resistant to Dan not doing so much here, but it's been overwhelming that people have been showing the support and digging the TA and whatnot. So thank you all for the kind words. Let's see. For Jukoff, no, it got rugged, but let's take a look at TRB. Yeah, that was a crazy pullback off the top. What was it? 80% in a 82% in a jiffy, pretty much 2 days. Freaking crazy. So we are now technically in a little weekly downtrend. So let's see if that's monthly consolidation. No, still a monthly inside bar. We know it won't be surprising when we see monthly consolidation, and bulls are still just weak here. What we can say is this weekly downtrend didn't see much follow through, so maybe we've got a bit of a wedge. Doesn't really draw like a wedge. Maybe we could have a bit of an inverse head and shoulders. I gotta let the cat back in now. Hold on a second. Come on in, sweet potato. Come on. Yeah, I'm streaming. Step on it. Thanks, babe. I'm gonna say hi to everybody. Ugh. Got a little cat hello. What up? All right, so TRB. If bulls see a little bit more follow through, we could be looking for like a 3-day inverse head and shoulders. It would be like that. Left shoulder, this would be head, and then right shoulder, but that would require bouncing back up to like 154, 150 would do that. We really just need to get over the halfway point of this pullback here, which is, you know, roughly like 140. I guess we'll be precise with it. Let's get that. So 128. So as far as the shorter term, we have bulls trying to secure a daily uptrend for the first time since we've topped here. We saw a nice move here, and this thing's super volatile, so 43%. But I guess you could even say that as a daily uptrend. That tightening range bull break is technically an uptrend, but this would be a bit more convincing of an uptrend where you got your move up, your move down, and then your move back up. So if bulls can get through 125.83, that would be a 3-day bounce getting underway, and then we'd look to see if they can see follow through to get that inverse head and shoulders going. But you know, it's kind of tough on this thing. Like the volatility is good. It's like deceivingly volatile because it looks like it's not doing anything, but you know, got to use just smaller position sizes because of the volatility there. So not a lot of clarity on the 4-hour, very janky 4-hour uptrend. And anything over 114.15 gonna be a 4-hour higher low next consolidation. And we got 15-minute 12 EMA support, 15-minute higher low set. If that were lost, that'd be that 4-hour consolidation shaping up. That would be the 4-hour consolidation shaping on up. Let's see, looking at Iris, IRIS. I don't know if I've looked at this coin before, so anytime I'm looking at a new coin, I start way zoomed out. So we've got a monthly EQ, low, high, higher low, and anything below This 663.38 would be a monthly lower high, and another one of our coins, or the weekly 12 EMA, is going to be the guide. So bulls trying to get this weekly higher low set, and if they do so by breaking above, ultimately you got to get through 30.80 to get that follow through on it, but that would make 25.39 the key support, and if that were lost, then we'd have that monthly lower high shaping up there. So that's that on the weekly and monthly. As far as our daily, we've just got daily stair step here. So what bulls are going to do, this is a pretty similar structure that we're seeing on a lot of other alts, where it's just a V shape off the low. Got to get your daily uptrend if you want to be confident in that follow through. So if we were to reject from this area, I'd view this just as a balance range, just as what we were talking about on INJ. You know, just long off the lows, short off the highs. It works until it doesn't. Larger time frame context is a bit of a battle here, actually. I was going to say I give bulls the edge because we're looking for this weekly higher low, but we're also looking for a monthly lower high, so it's kind of a battle back and forth. I don't know if I feel like there's much of a directional edge in here, so you know, just keeping it unbiased. Long off the lows, short off the highs. It works until it doesn't. Let's see, Revy. Or actually before that, what do we got here? Omar asking, do I get up at night when my alerts get hit, or do I just mute them? You know, it depends on the market environment that we're in. In 2021, I would get up in the middle of the night when my alerts went off, and I would set like a ton of alerts in the same spot so that my phone would just go crazy with them, so I would actually wake up. But right now, I'm not doing that. I need my sleep. So if something doesn't happen between 5 a.m. and 9:30 p.m., then I ain't about it at this point. Ain't about it. All right, let's look at TAO USDT. And we'll do MEXC. So Blue Sky Bull, weekly higher low set just below the 12 EMA. So, bears were hopeful that, we'd get a weekly lower high because of that pullback, but bulls have just V-shaped it to higher highs. We can say bigger picture, 192.84 is now the key support. And on the daily, we've got a daily uptrend. So daily higher low is at 341. If that were lost, that'd be some weekly consolidation shaping on up. And let's see, you got a 4-hour uptrend as well. So 4-hour higher low at 400 clean. And if that were lost, then that would be some more daily consolidation shaping on up. So Blue Sky Bulls warrant focus. Blue Sky Bulls warrant focus, and this is a volatile one. Weekly bounce off the 12 EMA or a little bit below, 143%. That is pretty sweet. Pretty sweet there. Let's see, PYTH. I am going to have to, I've got a TheChartGuys stream that I'm doing at 3:15, so I'm going to have to get off here in about 10 minutes. 10 minutes. So this is another, a newer coin. We got our weekly higher low set at 21.41.2, and we just got a weekly stair step as our guide here. Wouldn't be shocking at all to see a lower high compared to 6 cents. Is that what that is? Yeah, 6 pennies there. So, and we got a daily uptrend, daily 12 EMA support. Daily higher low is at 37.46. If that were lost, that'd be the first sign of that weekly lower high. And as far as resistances, we've pretty much just got 52.28 and 55.73 ahead of that 6 psychological. So nice and clean. Nice and clean there. Let's see, we got some SUI talk. SUI nearing its all-time high on the listing day here. And let's get a look at our weekly. So, oh no, this is the 3-day 12 EMA rider. Yeah, 3-day 12 EMA rider, 3-day uptrend, just keeping it simple. That makes 1 psychological, our most important support. And we got a little daily uptrend nested within there. So daily higher low is at 131. And just trusting our trends on these Blue Sky Bulls or close to Blue Sky Bulls. So looking good here. And maybe a little relative weakness here today. Most coins, most alts have some green in them. So we had relative strength. It's now a little relative weakness, but it's just 4-hour consolidation. If bulls hold 4-hour 12 EMA, they're chilling. They are chilling. Let's see. AZ is looking for Tesla to go lower. I know this is crypto, but we'll take a quick look, and I just want to talk. I know you all hear me talk about historical RSI levels, and right from daily historical oversold. Nice bounce off of that, and at this point, almost 10%, 9% there. And to just kind of talk about what we do in the chart, guys, pull something up here. Get this over into Slack. So this is Sunday morning, 9:10, starting to scout out things for the week. And it started with the ratio for me that had my interest there, and talking about these historical oversold levels and this and that, and game planning how we want to go about it, and then talking about 12-hour 12 EMA going to be the target for the initial bounce. And wouldn't you know it, 12-hour 12 EMA seeing some resistance. And I don't use the 12-hour often, but when you got a clear guide, that's going to be your guide there. So we'll get back to some crypto before everyone hates me. All the crypto maxis. So ENS. So this thing is pumping on the monthly here. We're through most of our resistances, but we got a double top here at 27.65, 27.54. So bears playing some defense. We've got bulls trying to set a weekly higher low down here at 15.49. And yeah, wow, this is volatile. I wouldn't be surprised to see a weekly lower high just due to the sheer percentage move down. 43%. Wouldn't be surprising to see a weekly lower high. Bulls want to bounce over 50% of the pullback to fend bears off from confirming a weekly downtrend. And as far as our daily move at this point, it's kind of haphazard. We got bulls trying to get the daily uptrend to get that weekly higher low set, but bears certainly playing defense. 2065, 2066. So bulls got to get back up and through that. That would be a daily uptrend confirmed. And that is that. That is that. Rana, if you go back to the beginning of the stream, talked about Ethereum. We'll check back in, see what we've got here in the short term. Now, still just battling this this volume profile range from back here, that little balance. So it's going to be about the 4-hour uptrend. 4-hour uptrend, and that is that for the short term. Daily uptrend, a little bit bigger picture, and then weekly uptrend, bigger picture. Weekly 12 EMA, top guide on many alts here. On many alts. No problem, Jacob. Yeah, let's check on some RFox. I haven't looked at this in a long time. I know a lot of folks got kind of wrecked on this. So RFox, not a lot of clarity on the monthly. Let's look at the quarterly. Potential quarterly tightening range. Anything below 26 would be a quarterly lower high. As far as our weekly time frame, this is another one of those ones. So we're riding the weekly 12 EMA. We've got room for a weekly lower high compared to 1850. So I would put this in the category with all of these guys where we're looking for weekly lower highs. We've got relative weakness, and that just is what it is. And if bears wanted to get monthly consolidation underway, they'd need a weekly downtrend. So monthly consolidation is actually underway with the break of the low of the previous month. But if bears want to see follow through, they need to confirm the weekly downtrend. All right, yeah, we'll look back in at Manta USDT to here, the little infant coin. Let's see, what was the 12-hour uptrend we were watching? So yeah, bears maybe trying to get some daily consolidation underway here. 12-hour uptrend's been our guide, a little 12-hour tightening range. If we lose 339, that would be daily consolidation getting underway with some confidence, and we'd have a lot of room for a daily higher low compared to 220. If you wanted to count this little nibble wick, you could, 283. But yeah, just trusting the trends on this blue sky bull here. Trusting the trends on the blue sky bull. Let's see, I'm going to check back in on NQ real quick. I think we're up and over that 15-minute 12 EMA. Yeah, kind of. So if we reject from here, just for the sake of TA and the craft, you know, this would be a textbook inverse head and shoulders, but we'll have earnings hitting in an hour and 10 minutes. Those will start to roll in, and that'll determine, you know, what we get. Do we get a 4-hour high or low shaping on up, or do we go down through daily support? So let's get one more check back in on Bitcoin before everybody leaves. If you can hit the like button, we got 46 likes. That's tough business. That would be an all-time low for me since I started streaming here. So if you can hit the like button, I'd appreciate it. If you're not subscribed to the channel, you know, give us a subscribe. Check it out. We got daily videos. We got live streams. Dan's going to start doing more cannabis live streams. And, you know, I reckon a decent number of you trade other things as well. Potential for first monthly uptrend in the history of MSOS, which is the US cannabis ETF. So whenever you can say this is the first whatever trend in a long time, oftentimes it ends up marking a big shift and to flash back to the bottom on Bitcoin back here. This was the first weekly uptrend in 8 months or whatever, and we can see what happened from there. So yeah, if you like anything really, we talk about commodities, we talk about, you know, high beta tech stocks, we talk about low float shitters, you know, whatever you like. We've pretty much got it except for Forex. We've got a Forex channel in the community and people who trade Forex, but none of the team members really trade it at this point. So, you know, we're not gonna, I mean, TA is TA, but it's a different story when you're just like not trading anything. We're not gonna act like we're a big old Forex community and want to have experience with whatever we're talking about. So that's that. So yeah, give us some subscribes and likes, please. And for the record, I hate having to ask for that. It's not in my DNA, but it's part of the gig. So forgive me if you're like, wow, that's tacky as heck. That's tacky as heck. All right, so yeah, just this hourly EQ on Bitcoin. Nothing's changing here. Ethereum still just chilling, looking like some hourly consolidation fixing to shape up, but I really mainly care about the 4-hour 12 EMA there. And that's that. That is that. We'll see what kind of follow through bulls can see on this bounce. We'll see, can Bitcoin bulls confirm a daily uptrend once this bounce tops out? If they can, that'll greatly decrease the odds that bears are going to be able to confirm a weekly downtrend. So all about that uptrend, and something to keep an eye on here. Last thing is, we know the crypto mining stocks have kind of been leading Bitcoin a bit. They topped out before Bitcoin and then they bottomed before Bitcoin here. And we're got a red day here. So is this the first sign that maybe we're going to get some daily consolidation in Bitcoin? Could be. Riot has already started its daily consolidation. Coin certainly looking ready for it tomorrow. So you know, you can be using these for clues elsewhere. So definitely keep an eye on those. 4-hour uptrend guide for Bitcoin, daily stair step. Keep it simple. Watch retracement size on the pullback. Watch volume, and that's that. So thank you all for tuning on in. Really appreciate you spending some of your time with me. And let's see what these tech earnings do. And the other thing, goodness, it's a high fundamental volume week. We've got the FOMC tomorrow, so that will likely affect Bitcoin. So that'll be 2 p.m. and then it'll really be about Jay Powell's talk at 2:30, because I'm pretty sure, I'd imagine the odds for no hike are super high. Let me see. We'll just do this. So if you go into Google and you type in FOMC probabilities, they got the CME Fed Watch tool, and you can see the probabilities of what we have here. So we're currently, so we have 97.9% odds of no change. We've got 2.1% odds of a cut, and that's that. So I mean, since everybody started really watching this stuff after 2020, we haven't seen the less likely scenario play out. So if we do ever see the less likely scenario play out, then that would, that would be notable. And just one more thing on this note, a lot of people are looking for the pivot from the Fed, but careful what you wish for. A lot of bulls are looking for the pivot from the Fed, but if we look at what history shows us on Fed pivots, it's not bullish. It's not bullish, so it will be notable when the Fed pivots, because there's a damning history of, you know, the green dots are hikes, red dots are the cuts, and you know, we can see what happens there. So don't get bamboozled by any narratives that the pivot is bullish for the markets itself. You know, it obviously could be. Anything can happen at any time, but we're just working on probabilities, and you know, we're looking at history to see if it rhymes. So it'll be notable when that happens, in my opinion. All right, that's officially all I've got. Gotta get ready for the afternoon stream for the chart guys. Again, thank you all for tuning in. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Hit the like if you haven't. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. And if you don't, I don't hold it against you. I'm stingy with likes and subscribes as well. I'm looser with my likes, but I don't want to subscribe to some stuff that I don't want in my feed. But if you like charts, you like TA, you're trying to learn, give it a go. All right.